So I used to be somebody who would abuse weed quite a lot. I would be sitting outside in my garden, smoking every evening, and when it was time for me to sit down and do the work, to do the tasks, I couldn't. And I would catch myself again, smoking weed outside in my garden or outside, like linking up with friends so that I could smoke with them. Just pure degeneracy. Running away, not taking responsibility, not being accountable, and wasting my time. Becoming consistent wasn't easy. It was difficult. It wasn't fun. The fun comes once you start becoming consistent, once you start seeing the progress, once you start seeing that you are improving. But in the beginning, in the early days, it isn't, because you have to fight off the old person that you were before. You know, we always want to have a pain-free life. The least resistance we can experience, the better it is for us. That's just simply how we are designed as humans. The path of least resistance. So if we can achieve something easier and faster in comparison to harder and longer, we would choose the easier path. So look at, for example, people who are addicted to porn. You know, it's easy to go on your phone and to watch a woman doing something with herself and your brain thinking that it is happening with you right now live because your brain doesn't see the difference in comparison to actually going outside, meeting a woman, going on a date with her, being able to hold eye contact with her, to have a conversation with her as a human being, instead of just going on your phone and having exactly that where you're trying to get out of meeting her in a second. And that's why a lot of people are addicted to that, because it's so easy. Think of a video game like GTA. You can have status, you can have money, you can have cars, you can have a penthouse very easily, very quickly. In real life, that would take hard, long years of being insecure, doubtful, and putting in the work and effort in order to get where you want to go. But we need exactly the opposite of that. We have to be in pain. We have to be in discomfort. We have to be insecure for most of the time that we are breathing. During our waking hours, we have to go through those three things consistently, every day. You know, there's this concept called instant gratification and delayed gratification. Instant gratification is instantly getting like that thing that you want, that you desire, like, for example, affection, status, money, and you try and seek those things into an easy way. Porn, video games, social media, you know, likes, the likes that you get on an Instagram post that you make. It makes you feel good. It makes you feel happy. Like all the people who are looking at your story when you post that story, like you've been there. You've done that. I've done it myself. And I'm not proud of it, but it was just simply the path that I took because I wanted it. And I didn't want to feel the pain of putting in the effort, because when I actually did put in the time and effort, it was painful. It was difficult because my skills weren't where I want them to be yet. And I couldn't deal with it. My body wanted to run away. My mind was giving me all of these distractions for me to do something else besides sitting there and doing the hard task that I needed to do, which I couldn't because I didn't have the skills yet. But you know, that is the art of it, is sitting down and actually doing it. Because delayed gratification is where this comes in. It's doing a task that doesn't give you a lot of reward in the moment, but long term, the rewards will be high, way higher and way more enjoyable than the instant gratification. And that's not what our brain likes, but that is what we need for our souls. One of the pains that I'd experience when I would sit down and try to do the work is that I had to fight my old self. I had to fight the old identity of me. The guy who wanted to smoke weed, the guy who wanted to go outside, the guy who wanted to meet up with friends, the guy who wanted to go to parties, the guy who wanted to scroll on social media, the guy who wanted to be on Tinder. But with the man that I wanted to be and the man that I wanted to become, I wasn't doing all of those things. But I wasn't that man yet. I still had to work to get where I want to be. And so I struggled. I doubted myself. I had to fight off the impulses of wanting to go do something else succeeding for a couple of days, then failing, going back to those habits again, feeling regret, being so pissed off at myself, then eventually doing the complete opposite again, like focusing, staying disciplined, waking up early, working hard, then failing again, and that was an ongoing cycle for years. But you know what the good thing is? I never gave up. I never gave up because I knew that it is like stamina. Stamina isn't something that you are born with. You train yourself to be in shape. You train yourself to have stamina for running for a long period of time. And you have to do that bit by bit, step by step. Your body has to recover. And you always have to remind yourself of that, who you want to be and where you want to go, and acknowledging that you have things to improve and that you have things that you need to get better at, and simply going at it again. So don't expect to become instantly consistent in a very short period of time. But something that will help you to remain consistent is to have the desire to get where you want to go. So the pain of you not achieving your goal has to be higher than you doing the tasks that are necessary to get where you want to go. Like, this is a superpower. If you can trick your mind, because that's what it is, because you're thinking about the past self, you're thinking about who you were in the past. But in order to trick him continuously, every day, always, because you're always working to improve and get better. This is something that I want to share with you. You will never get where you want to go. I truly believe this. You will never truly get where you want to go. You are always continuously improving. Once you accomplish one goal, you set the new goal. So even if you achieve your goal, you will always set a new goal to strive for, because that's how we humans are designed. That's how evolution took place. It never stopped. Just because we discovered fire doesn't mean we stopped, and we didn't. We now have a whole civilization, and now with AI and everything, look at the world. It's so completely different in comparison to the past. Why? Because when we achieve a goal, we want more. We can never have enough, and we will never get enough. And so you continuously need to have more pain for not being who you want to be and where you want to go, in comparison to actually doing the tasks that are necessary, because both are painful, but one of them has to be more painful. If you choose the second to be the most painful one, then you will never get there. You will never accomplish it. Regardless of what you say, both lives are going to be painful. Whether you are working towards becoming the greatest version of yourself, or feeling in pain because of doing the tasks of where you want to go, and having to go through the responsibilities that you need to take in order to push you forward, they're both going to get you somewhere. But is that somewhere going to be the destination that you want to reach? And so that's a very good key reference that you can use in order to move forward. But something that I like to do for myself is I like to ask myself 3 questions. First is, what is the goal that I want to accomplish? Second of all is, who do I need to become in order to realize this goal for myself? And the third one is, on a scale of 1 to 10, how badly do I want it? If on the last question you don't answer a 10, then you don't want it bad enough. Then you will fail, always. You will never want to finish it. You will never want to accomplish it. You will never do that what is necessary. You will never go above and beyond and take massive action for you to achieve your goal. It has to be a 10. If it's not a 10, you have to regroup, rethink, go back to the drawing board, and find out what it is that will make it a 10. So with everything said, if you got any questions in relation to this, feel free to let me know in the comment section below. I'm wishing you a very productive day ahead of you. And always remember that you are 100% responsible for the results in your life. Make the hard decision today, and I'll see you in the next one. All right? Bye-bye.